Okay, so it seems like we have a little bit of a situation going on with Deme and essentially talking about some experiences that she had with a kind of motion tracking company, which has been called out by a couple of other VTubers as well, and some other people have been giving their own thoughts on it, which is XSense. They are like a motion capture, whatever, solutions experts or whatever you want to call it, right? And Demi made this post recently, which, yeah, obviously, she says, I know a lot of people look at my tracking and would like the same, but of all the recommendations, please do not go with XSense. Do not make the same mistake as me and other VTubers. And yeah, as you can see here, Demi has some really, really great tracking, right? You can see that, it tracks a foot and everything. It's crazy. And it does look, super realistic and super, high tech and, nice. Because again, she's obviously, invested a lot of money into this and into tracking. And some VTubers, they care very deeply about motion tracking and, how good it actually kind of focuses on them. And some, VTubers don't care at all. They just kind of pick whatever and then they just rock with that for the next year or so and then just kind of do that, right? But again, obviously, as someone like Deme or some other people as well, some people like to experiment around with what they can do with motion tracking, maybe some 3D stuff, etc. So yeah, obviously, she goes on to say, no refund/return policy. They cost around 10k plus USD. So again, if you're not happy with it or you have any issues with it, you can't return it and you can't refund it, which I think is absolutely crazy, especially in the big 2025 that you cannot do that, right? They said, I explained what I needed as a live streamer. They sugarcoated their tracking abilities completely, practically lying of what my experience would be like with the trackers. I had issues, and one of the people that works with them sent me deadass AI prompted replies. So again, using AI to respond to a reply is crazy. Honestly, I would rather talk to one of those little bots that they get you to talk to, on website supports. I would rather talk to one of those than someone sending some AI generated prompt. That's pretty crazy. Said if you want support, have fun waiting a week or so to finally schedule something. Good luck if you want to fix anything yourselves, since there are no forums whatsoever with other people who use XSense. They have a Predatory subscription service, so after you pay the 10k for all of your kind of equipment and stuff, and everything like that, you have to pay a yearly service to use them, which they have a history of upping the prices out of nowhere. So essentially, you are pretty much locked in. If you spend that 10k on some really cool equipment, which obviously would be very exciting, and then you get hit with the yearly subscription fees, then the price of this starts going up even more and more and more, and then it starts to become an issue of, well, is it even worth paying for this yearly subscription anymore? Because again, you spent 10k, and in your mind you got to be like, oh well, if I spent 10k already, I mean, I guess I gotta pay for the yearly subscription, else it's useless, because you can't return it, you can't refund it once you know there's a subscription. I'm sure that they probably let you know beforehand, but still, it's crazy that you have to pay for a subscription afterwards. And yeah, they said they're also known to ghost. Said it's funny, after I spoke to the people who love full body tracking talks, all of them were not even surprised. They're good if you want to record offline things, though. I'll give them that. Unfortunately, the issues with this company are not talked about at all. I don't want anyone else to be in these shoes. Minus 10,000 plus USD, just like that. Enjoy the cute clip though, which yeah, obviously is pretty insane. They said, you know what? I'm leaking it. Streamers/YouTubers with XSense have lifetime subscriptions. I asked for it and eventually just stopped talking about it, and they never updated me after I bought the suit, which again is pretty crazy. So yeah, it seems like they've been ghosting and just doing a ton of other stuff, which obviously doesn't really help in terms of just trying to get anything going, right? And they also followed up on this post saying, they called me a liar and said they can share our conversations. What are you even going to show? Me having to remind 3 times in a row for the support call. The fact that I had to wait almost a month for support, screw you. So yeah, obviously it seems that there's been some backlash as well from it. They said, you could have apologized and done better as a company, yet you choose to call me a liar and threaten to showcase our private correspondence. I've only been patient with your dogshit, yikes. So yeah, obviously going in pretty hard against them, as I'm sure that they aren't very happy that their company is being called out there. But again, if everything that Demi is saying is correct, then, you know, she has every right to call them out, because it does seem like it's not exactly the best of spaces. Also, tons of people saying the worst part is you have to pay 10k for the subscription, and then you have to pay a subscription to even use it. This company sounds like bulls, which yeah, obviously is true. And Zentreya also kind of followed up on this and said, was talking to Deme about this. They sent me free gloves and I was super excited because I love showcasing new tech. They seemed chill at first. I was enthusiastic about it. I showed it off. It was very cool. And after that, I gave feedback and it was brushed off, and I kept making contact with them, and was ultimately ghosted after showing off their product. I hope to find better ones to recommend you guys. We'll continue to do research. So yeah, it seems like they've been ghosting people left and right, and sometimes it's not even for like the like a reason, right? It's not like they've gone on there and gone, oh, these products are bad or anything, and they've started ghosting them, or they've, you know, said, oh, don't buy from these guys, and they've started ghosting. No, they've literally shown it off and everything, and then they just disappeared. Now, I don't know if that's because they got that free promotion that maybe they wanted or something, but again, it is very weird how like often they are known to ghost streamers and stuff, especially considering like this could be a future client. If you keep talking to them, then they could spend 10k and, you know, spend that money on a yearly subscription if it was really worth it, which I think is pretty crazy. And yeah, obviously this is like the only post that I've seen on this account. I'm not sure if this is the full account, by the way. This is just the one that I found. Again, there might be a different one, but it seems like they have been going after, you know, Deme. And yeah, it's crazy that this is even, you know, started off like this, and that they've even like kind of issued a response to this, right? Said, what do you have rider legs? It says, because I love him. I see some people saying, a while back I spoke to the people from XSens and it kind of scared me off because of the price tag, 14k for the suit that I need and a 5k year fee for the software. Again, she didn't even mention how much the software was on a yearly kind of budget, but yeah, it seems like it's about 5k, which is absolutely insane. And yeah, 14k for the suit in first hand, that's 19k altogether just for it. And bear in mind, you have to pay 5k every single year, not just 1 year. You have to pay it multiple years for however long you want to use it for. And then you've also got to, you know, put in the costs of how much is it going to cost me, you know, if it breaks or if something else happens, because there's a no returns policy. So it's not like they're going to replace it or anything like that. You just have to buy a new one, which again, I doubt a lot of people are going to do. I just don't know how this business model really works here. I don't know how they were planning on doing this. But again, it is still pretty crazy that, you know, a lot of people have been calling this out, right? But yeah, I mean, that is essentially everything to do with this whole situation. I thought it was pretty insane. Again, it's got over 1.6 million views. A lot of people have seen this, and I just kind of wanted to spread the fact that if you are thinking about using XSens, maybe don't do it, because again, it seems like they aren't the best to work with, especially if you are a VTuber. But yeah, that's about what I got for this video. If you guys did enjoy it, then don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also, go to GameSubs, use my code Kaza, get 10% off. Again, they got a ton of really cool stuff over there. Definitely recommend checking it out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.